to the green flag for the final round of the 2017 Division II Series. Chris Dodd on pole position. The championship battle, Aiden McIntyre, Cooper Syron a little bit farther behind. We are underway for the final round of the season. And Chris Dodd, who gets a fantastic start in the 24. Chris Dodd gets the run through 1 and 2, but Alex Morgan with a good head of steam from the outside line. He switches to the bottom as he makes the pass on the bottom. Alex Morgan to the lead. Morgan scored his first career Division II victory here 2 seasons ago. And now would love to see if he can score another victory here as Dodd tries to hold off second from a Finguy car and his teammate John Arndt. And whoa, oh, Morgan with a problem! Morgan with a big problem in the 86. Something broke. Morgan got the lead, but he gets rammed by Joseph Ernesto in the 62 and Luis Hernandez in the 1 car. And we got another wreck further up ahead as Robert Piet, the Dutchman, in trouble. And he's got major left side damage to his car in a very sudden accident. See what happens to Alex Morgan here. I believe a tire went down the 86 car. Oh, the right front on Morgan looks like it started to fall apart, and Morgan had to take evasive action, and Morgan gets hit by Ernesto and Hernandez, who had nowhere to go either. Something happens to Robert Piet that sends him into the wall as Nico Hall got into the back of him, and Piet takes a hard lick into the inner wall. Luckily nobody else hit him, but that absolutely destroyed the left side of that 8 car. Corey Williams and Amy Shelley were the only 2 cars to stay out under this caution, so they start 1 and 2. We're being told Kyle Nova in the 04 has put his car behind the wall. They seem to have a problem that they are addressing as well. Williams clears into 1, but Amy Shelley around the outside line trying to see if she can make a pass here. But Williams now coming up to block. Williams and Shelley, they're going to be in a bit of a pickle here. They're going to have older tires, which is going to make this very difficult for them, especially the longer this run goes. But Williams, who hasn't led too many laps this season, he's going to lead this one as they are 3 wide for second place behind. Alex Morgan, they got that tire fixed and the back end damage fixed, so now they are just trying to fight to get their lap back here as Eric Wolf to the inside of Williams, trying to make a pass here. Chris Dodd, though, pushing him on the outside line, now looking for 3 wide for the lead. Williams, though, on the outside line, fighting them off. Very impressive driving here as Shelley pushes him. Cooper Syron passes Maxwell Chan for 13th. This 12 team, they have not had exactly the best weekend so far, and they have not broken into the top 10 so far at all tonight. Syron is your points leader by 39 points over Aiden McIntyre. If he finishes 9th or better, he clinches the title. And Aiden McIntyre, who's second in points, 39 points behind, he's got to pretty much win tonight to have any chance of making up that point gap on Syron. Corey Williams gets into a super speedway style sucker hole as John Arndt, Amy Shelley on the outside line move forward, and Dodd and McIntyre on the bottom move forward as Shelley, who tried to cut off Arndt into turn 3. That's not exactly going to work, as you can see everybody running in a huge pack here. Almost feels like Daytona or Talladega, as Arndt on the bottom line trying to get the lead from Amy Shelley, and he will get it in the 05 car. Jeff James has got a problem, the 17, and he almost hits Syron as he slows down, trying to get the car under control, but he gets hit from Kvistad, and a huge wreck envelops behind as everybody who had nowhere to go gets absolutely smashed into the wall. Jeff James looks like he lost a tire and he had nowhere to go. He got hit. Axel Kvistad, he had nowhere to go, and everybody just got blocked off, and they all just came piling in. Very large wreck off of turn 2. John Arndt leads on the restart here. He gets a great start, as Amy Shelley, I think, might have over-revved herself and might have spun the tires there. As Eric Wolf already making a pass for second place, and a positional pass on Alex Morgan as he wants to get in front of that lapped car. Very solid 1 and 2 for Eric Wolf as John Arndt now trying to hold the lead. Syron and McIntyre running 9th and 10th respectively. McIntyre needs to get past Syron, and he needs Syron to start dropping places as well. McIntyre, though, still holding behind him. He's got Sebastian Torres riding on his bumper as well. And Corey Williams makes a very bold dive as McIntyre makes contact with the quarter panel of the 12. Out for second, Scott Roush, who's going to go to the middle line to try and make a pass here around Eric Wolf. He gets a great run, and he swings around Wolf like it was no big deal, and now he moves to second place. As we are coming up on will be what could be the second to last round of pit stops here. But Roush now trying to catch John Arndt, our leader. Look at this, 1 and 2, trying to split the 22 of Matthew Fuller, who sits third in the points. This is the top 3 in points, all fighting each other here. Matthew Fuller, who was 1 point away from being championship eligible along with Aiden McIntyre. He is trying to see if he can climb to second place in the points somehow, as he is coming off a win in Mexico. But McIntyre, who does go around the 22. Scott Roush will kick off pit stops here, the second to last stop of the season. For Scott Roush is the Cooper Syron, our points leader, also going to come to pit road. He's going to pit early here. Wolf, Shock, and Syron all together here. They kick off the stops. John Arndt's going to surrender the lead to Mendez as he comes down to pit road and brings his teammate Chris Dodd and Sebastian Torres with him. Mendez has inherited the lead, but him and McIntyre second in points. They're going to go an extra lap here and try to stretch this as long as possible, it looks like, especially these front two, as they're not the only ones. Morgan, Pericles, and Fontana looks like they're trying the same thing here. They're going to go a couple of extra laps. Mendez coming to pit road, but McIntyre, he's going to stay out an extra lap again. And I'll tell you something, McIntyre, he's actually starting to approach the final fuel window here. You can go roughly 15 laps on a tank of fuel, and he is reaching 16 to go. McIntyre in the 7 car, he might have an ace up his sleeve here. He might be trying something. He might want to make this a one-stopper. McIntyre comes to pit road. He brings Morgan with him, but he stay out roughly 5 extra laps than the leader did, John Arndt. That was some impressive Fuel saving there by McIntyre or something, because I'm not sure how he lasted that long. He went 17 laps on that tank of gas, and with 16 to go, this could get very interesting. McIntyre, despite staying out so many extra laps compared to everybody else on older tires, he's going to end up with the lead here. Eric Wolf doesn't go by him. McIntyre was by himself when he came to pit lane. I think what happened was that he made up a ton of time coming to pit road because he was by himself and he wasn't held up or something. That's my theory here, but McIntyre with the lead. Eric Wolf second place. That is confirmed. McIntyre is your leader in the 7 car. Cooper Syron, who was one of the first cars to come to pit lane, he sits 13th. And as things sit right now with McIntyre leading and Syron out of the top 10, Syron, I believe, would not be the points leader. McIntyre would be the points leader by only a handful of points. Eric Wolf pressuring the 7 of 8 in McIntyre. McIntyre, he needs to continue to lead here. He is doing everything he needs to do to win this championship. And if he can get the most laps led bonus, which is why he might fight Wolf to the death to keep the lead in the first place, he might have a very legitimate shot. Especially since Cooper Syron, he pitted so early. That team is planning to pit one more time. From what we were being told, in McIntyre, we think he might be able to go the rest of the way if that is the 17's game plan. Ten laps to go. McIntyre continues to lead, and I think the tires are starting to come in because McIntyre lasted longer on track than Wolf did. He's got fresher tires, which should allow him to moderately pull away and keep that lead. Wolf is trying to stay with the 7, but like I said, those tires, they're going to hurt that 66 car, especially when compared to the 7. Cooper Syron has backed off his pace in the 12 car. We believe that his team might have ordered him to start trying to save some fuel because I think they just realized the situation with McIntyre. And I'll tell you what, though, Syron, that team, him and that team, they must be in some panic mode type of situation here because they pitted roughly 5 laps before McIntyre did. And if McIntyre is roughly 1 to the good like we believe, if the math is correct, Syron's going to have to save roughly 4 laps of fuel to make it. And not to mention, he's going to have to finish at least 9th or better. This is going to get very hairy in these last couple of laps. Coming to 4 laps to go. Aiden McIntyre's just got to go around this joint 4 more times. And he will get this victory, and with 4 to go, we will be expecting to see people come to pit road, as we see a couple cars already coming for their final stop of the night. But McIntyre, we believe he can go the rest of the way, and that might be the move that could win him this race and the championship. Eric Wolf, second place. He comes to pit road as they come to 3 to go. He cannot make it the rest of the way. Coming to 2 to go for McIntyre. As we await more pit stops here, as a couple cars are in pit lane and some are coming off just now as they were taking fuel only. You can see there on the bottom line. 1 3/4 of a lap for McIntyre to go. Syron sputtering. Syron has sputtered in the 12 car as he comes to 2 to go. Syron in the 12. He went as far as he could, but he starts sputtering. He comes to pit lane, but Syron, who entered the points leader, he has to pit and take the fuel. Syron in pit lane, but Aiden McIntyre is coming to take the white flag here in California. He's all by himself. Second place, Sebastian Mendez, 6 seconds behind him. Syron just now coming off pit lane, but McIntyre in first. Syron currently listed in 25th position. Half a lap to go for the Scottish driver, en route to his 3rd win of the season. And an improbable ending. Cooper Syron just got blindsided. Aiden McIntyre, Cybertron Motorsports comes to take the checkered flag. McIntyre wins the championship in the Division 2 Series. With that lap, he led the most. He got the bonus points, and that's enough to clinch the title. As Syron crosses in 23rd position. That was more than enough for McIntyre, and he has pulled off a stunning championship upset and wins here in California. And one of the most incredible endings to a championship battle we have ever seen here in the Division 2 Series and the DuPont World Series of Racing combined. Aiden McIntyre, the rookie from Scotland, scores his 3rd win of the season and pulls off a stunning championship upset, as Cooper Syron was not able to make it the rest of the way, and McIntyre, who had to make up a 39-point gap, he wins the championship by 11 points. An incredible ending to an absolutely incredible season as McIntyre, from out of nowhere, wins this championship as a rookie in the Division 2 Series. And you have to feel for Syron. He had done everything perfect pretty much this season, but it is McIntyre who comes away with the heist of the century pretty much, as he wins the championship.